Okay, y'all, so I'm back. So basically, God saved me from getting pulled over in that car, y'all, and going to jail. God saved me from that man hurting me with that machete or doing anything else to me in that room because he could have did anything, y'all. Like, I was in there by myself. Like, my roommate wasn't there. She was out of town. It was just, man, crazy. So back to the other part, I was seeing this man or whatever that I had met over there. He was married. He moved me to Austin. While I was there, I had asked him to get some plastic surgery that I wanted done. I wanted my chest and hands. I went from an A cup to a double D. So I had got that done, y'all, and I started noticing that my boobs, like, it was like I was getting stretch marks on them, and I was getting like these red marks. They were super itchy. And I'm like, oh my goodness, like, why is they so itchy? Like, this is so weird. And then I must have had a conversation with a friend from back home, and she was telling me about being pregnant, and I don't know what, like, something just clicked in my head, like, oh my God, like, I haven't had my period, like, I missed my period, like, what if I'm pregnant? So I go to Walgreens, y'all. I go get, I think it was like 3 pregnancy tests. I take every single one, y'all. Every single one. I put them on a counter. I wait to go back in. Like, I'm scared. Like, y'all, I'm like the people in the movie. I wait to go back in to, like, check it and see, like, what's going on. And I'm praying, like, oh, God, please don't let me be pregnant. Like, please. Like, this would be too crazy. Like, this man is married. Like, this would just ruin my life. What I'm going to tell my parents, like, this is end of all be all, y'all. So I go in, check the pregnancy tests, y'all. I'm pregnant. I'm pregnant. Line so clear, y'all, and it's crazy because I couldn't even tell because I was working out like 2 times a day, and like I said, y'all, I smoked all the time and stuff like that. So I just wasn't really alert about what was going on with me in general, yet alone my body changing or anything like that. But I hadn't gained any weight, y'all. I was in great shape. I was eating like really healthy and working out twice a day, and so I did not notice any change in my body whatsoever. I was still working at the club, y'all. So I'm like, dang, like, I'm pregnant. This is crazy. So I call up the guy that I was seeing. I told him what's going on. Like, I didn't tell him what's going on. I said we needed to meet. We met for dinner. I told him what was going on, y'all. Long and behold, this man's so happy. He's like, oh my God, like, this is amazing. He happy, y'all, happy. I'm like, what? Like, this is crazy. Like, I'm not happy. I just left you. Like, I don't know what you think this is changing. Like, this is crazy. So he like, I'll set up a doctor's appointment. Like, we need to go to the doctor, see what's going on, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, okay, we do need to do that. So we set up the doctor's appointment, go get the ultrasound. We go together. Bro, they do the ultrasound, y'all. Soon as I hear you see it, I'm bawling. The lady is like, oh my God, the lady knew this. She knew, y'all. She knew. Just became a doctor there. She young. She like 27 or something. And she just like, oh my goodness, she panicking. Like, what's going on? I'm like, oh my God. Like, this is the end of my world. Like, I'm freaking out. So she's like, it's gonna be okay. Like, we're gonna help you. Like, it's not gonna be a big deal. Like, don't worry about it. And the guy that I was seeing over, he's just like happy and like, oh, this is great, y'all. And I was so far along, y'all. I was like 4.5 months along, and I'm like, oh my God. So they looking at my stomach, y'all, and it's like a real baby. Like, you can see the shape of like a shape. It's not the, when you first start and it's just like a little dot or whatever. Like, no, that's not what it was giving. Like, it's giving full on head, like, shape, like, looking like a baby already. And I'm like, this is crazy. So, of course, I have to tell my parents. I ended up just sending my mom a sonogram. Like, I didn't tell her before. I was so scared. I was terrified. I just sent her the picture of the sonogram. She called me. She's like, what's going on? I told her what's going on. I told her this and that. I don't really tell her about the child's father, what's going on with him too much. I just told her, like, I had left him. I was living somewhere different or whatever. So my mom, of course, she go into, like, mom mode. She's like, okay, well, how we gonna handle this? Are you trying to stay there? Are you trying to come back here? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I want to come home. Like, I don't want to stay here. Like, I know I can't do this by myself. Like, I need to come home. So my mom's like, okay, and she like called my uncle, my granny, and she sent them like on a flight up to Texas to come get me. They came to come get me. We packed up my stuff, what we could take in the car, and drove back home to Wisconsin, y'all. It was such a long drive. It took us a couple of days. So we get back home, I'm super pregnant, nobody knows, I'm staying out at my mom's. My mom lives in like the boondocks. Nobody knows but my very close, like, people who literally my mom told that came to get me and stuff like that. So I'm just there pregnant, y'all. My sister and my siblings, of course, they knew they were back home. I end up getting a job at this gas station, which was so hard for me because I'm like, a gas station, like, this is crazy. But I'm like, you know, I gotta make some money because, like, how I'm gonna support this kid. Like, I need some money to get all the stuff you need for a baby. So I'm working at this gas station, y'all, about 6 months. Like, I feel this sharp pain, like, where I'm like, I can't stand, I'm having a hard time walking. So I go to the doctors. I've come to find out my son is so big, y'all. Like I told y'all, I was so skinny, like so small, like 120 pounds, soaking wet. Come to find out, he is on a place in my spinal cord, and like it's giving me extreme sciatica, y'all. When I tell y'all, like, I cannot move. Like, I try to stand, I can't stand. Like, I try to walk, like, just walk into the bathroom, I'm crying. Like, it's that painful. Like, I'm really suffering, y'all. So basically my pregnancy was horrible. I suffered through the whole thing. I was on bed rest, so I gained so much weight, y'all, so much weight. Like, I was 200 pounds by the end of my pregnancy, and I was so lucky because I had my granny and my mom, and they was taking such good care of me, y'all. And I was the worst. Like, I was so mean. Like, I didn't want to talk to nobody. I didn't want to be around nobody. Like, my mom would literally have to tell people, like, do not, like, just don't talk to her. Don't bother her today because, like, she is on one, okay? Like, literally would have to protect people from me at that point. And, so that happened. My granny and my mom really took good care of me, though, y'all. I was so lucky to have them. So after that, I went over my pregnancy date, my due date. I went like a week over. So I went to the doctor. They induced the pregnancy. When they induced it, I still was in labor for about like 20 hours. Super long time. It was getting out of control. My baby heart rate started going down. They couldn't get him to like get in a good position to fit out of my birthing canal. Like I said, I was just super tiny. Like, I had no hips, I had no space, and my baby was really big. I ended up having an emergency C-section. It was horrible, horrible, horrible experience, y'all. My baby came out blue. He wasn't breathing. The cord was wrapped around him. Everybody was panicking. They did like the code red or whatever. Everybody running in a room, running to come get the baby. Like, it was just horrible, y'all. When I tell y'all horrible, just everything about it horrible. Like, I ended up having a panic attack. It took me into an asthma attack, y'all. They had to put an oxygen mask on me, bring me like back to bring me back together, y'all. And I like ended up just passing out. I remember waking up in the room after everything happened, and like my baby was not there. I didn't know what happened with my baby. But my mom was there, and she reassured me my baby was okay. He was just in the NICU. They finally brought my baby to me. And y'all, that was just like a whole nother thing once I finally got my baby. Because you know how people say, like, you instantly feel like this love and connection and like all this other stuff, y'all. Like, for me, that just like, I don't know, like, it was not the case. Like, I was just like, I don't know, like, I was just like numb, and I was just like, I got a stranger baby, basically.